Hi, I'm Beau. This is my second season now, but I've only been on a bike for just over a year. So before I was riding a BMX at national level. I ride a Metrokit GP50 and I race in the Fab Racing series. My season has been going alright so far, but I got taken off twice in the first round and I got taken out of third place, but then I got those back getting a third and a second, so I'm currently fourth in the championship. It's really helped being sponsored by Andover Classics, because that means I can be on the better tyres and we can practice more and get better at racing. I done alright last season. It was my first season, and the first race I was on a mini moto, but then I moved to a bigger bike, which is this one, because I was a bit big for the other one. And this season I hope to win the championship in the 50s.
Hiya, I'm Leon Morris, I'm Beau's dad. So I raced a motorcycle for a long time, for 20 years. My dad was a successful motorcycle racer, my uncle was also, and my dad's dad had a big involvement with bikes as well. So bikes is sort of all we know really, it's what we do. My dad raced a motorcycle, not for many years, he scratched around on the roads a lot, but he was reasonably successful in the few years that he did. His uncle was a multiple British champion and an Isle of Man TT winner. He even started, I think my uncle started racing commandos, and my granddad worked for Norton on the assembly line of the commandos also. So we've just got a history in motorbike racing, is all we know really. Yeah, kind of, yeah, so it's nice, and we're only 10 minutes away from here, so to have a local company and a company within the motorcycle industry behind us is just, it's brilliant, yeah, it's just a real nice thing to have. I've got 3 children, Beau's my eldest. He rode a push bike really young, and there's a Andover BMX track. We took him to the track, he loved it, and we never stopped going. And the bikes is not something that, I certainly didn't encourage it. They've always been a few bikes around, but he had opportunities and never really wanted to do it. He was massively into his push bikes. And a couple of years ago I did a club race at Castle Combe on my dad's Ducati V2. I got on quite well, I won a few races, and I think that seemed to be the turning point of Beau really wanting to, it's something sparked in him that weekend, and from that weekend on all Beau wanted to do was go motorbike riding. So the pit crew consists of generally me and my dad, I'm just reliving exactly what my dad did for me for 20 years. So we load up, we get the bike ready, and we spend all weekend working and fixing, especially after. Beau's not shy of crashing, so I end up with a bit to do over the weekend. But no pit crew, and the bikes are a little bit finicky. Some of these bikes are, essentially the bike's 20 years old. No one really knows, they're a bit like Trigger's broom, no one really knows what year of bike you've got, but the premise of this bike is 20 years old. It's a 2-stroke, they're a bit finicky, the jetting is quite critical to get the best out of the bike and stuff. So we spend a lot of time beavering about and changing jets and plug chops and stuff like that. Yeah, obviously the sport isn't cheap. I wish I'd bought him a football or a cricket bat or something. It's a really difficult sport to be into, full stop. It dictates what vehicle you drive. You need a caravan or some form of staying at the races. It's not cheap, the entries are not cheap, the crash damage. So it's a sport that you really need some help, and we're fortunate enough to, Carl and the team here at Andover Classics, we're massively fortunate to have some financial help, but also a bit of help just like to feel like there's another sort of crew of people behind you. We've come here today, everyone's watched Beau's race on YouTube and stuff like that, and it's just a nice environment. But ultimately, yeah, it's a sport where you need some financial help. I certainly can't do it without it, so it's made a huge difference to us.